You may have noticed that in Genesis 9, which is the chapter of the Bible where God establishes an everlasting or eternal covenant with Noah, that the word covenant exists 7 times, which is the amount of categories in the Noahide laws. So the 7 Noahide laws, the 7 laws of Noah, the Noahide code. So you can easily go through and do this in Genesis 9. We see here at the beginning, don't eat blood, don't take meat from a living animal, don't murder, and then be fruitful and multiply. And then God said to Noah and to his sons with him, I now establish my covenant with you and with your offspring to come. And we can even count these. So there's 1, and then here's 2. I will maintain my covenant. And down here, God further said, this is the sign that I set for the covenant. So that's 3. And it shall serve as a sign of the covenant. That's 4. I will remember my covenant. That's 5. And remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures. That's 6. And the final time, and that shall be the sign of the covenant. 7. So covenant exists 7 times in Genesis 9, and there are 7 laws in the Noahide covenant. What's also interesting to me is one day I was looking at the values of these verses, and something about this verse stood out to me, and many others, but I'll just share this one. God further said, this is the sign that I set for the covenant between me and you and every living creature with you for all ages to come. So this is an everlasting covenant, an eternal covenant that will never end. And we can see just by looking around us today that these laws are still in place. In fact, they are the foundation of international law to this day. So if you take this verse and punch it in, you'll see that here it is in Genesis 9:12, has the value 5,360. What's interesting about that is this value, 5,360, is found 58 times. So we're going to switch it to find that value every time in the entire Tanakh. So that value, 5,360, is found 58 times in the entire Tanakh. What's interesting about that number to me is 58 is the value of the name Noah. 58. Interesting. Thank you.